Hello, I'm Barry Hutchison, author of the upcoming children's horror series Invisible Fiends, which is published from February the 4th, 2010 by HarperCollins. This week I have been mostly battling with what may or may not have been swine flu. I'm better now. I felt a bit wonky, kept kind of falling over and being sick, and which wasn't very pleasant. But all in all, I think I escaped fairly lightly. If it was swine flu, it might not have been. It could have been something else entirely. So I haven't done a huge amount of work this week, so I probably shouldn't be mucking about doing video blogs. I should probably be doing some writing, since that is my job after all. I'm a writer, I'm not a video blogger. But I thought I would do this because I put an announcement on my website and on my Twitter thing that I was accepting questions, and that if anyone had any questions they wanted to ask me, then they could post them on my blog or reply via Twitter, and I would do my best to answer them. So I have about 1,000 followers on Twitter, and there's a few hundred people read the blog every day. So I expected a few questions, and I got 2 questions. 2. So I'm going to do my best to answer those now. It's not going to take long, if I'm honest. 2 questions won't take a massive amount of my time. But if you do have any questions of your own and you want to ask them, then go along to my website, barryhutchison.com, or add me on Twitter, however you do that. If you go to my website, you can follow the link, I think, and you can ask me there. So the first question came from, I've forgotten his name, Adam Grant, I think. I hope that's your name, Adam. And it was on the website, and he asked me what was the best bit about being an author, and really all of it is good. There's not a huge amount that I have to complain about, because I can sit around most of the day in my pants at the computer just mucking about and making up any old nonsense, and people pay me for it, which is a great job to have. My favourite bit though, apart from getting to make up nonsense, which I would do for free anyway, is I really enjoy visiting schools. I do a lot of school visits and going into the schools and talking to kids in there about writing stories. And I get to see what they like, I get to see their stories, I get to try out stories of my own on them and get an immediate reaction, and it's really good. Some schools are better at it than others. Some schools take it really seriously and get really involved and get quite excited about it, and the kids are all really geared up for it and things. Others don't even really tell the kids that I'm coming, and I turn up and they just think, who's this big weirdo stood in the middle of our classroom, which isn't the best scenario. I was at school recently, actually. What kind of annoys me a bit is when teachers just clear off and leave you to it. You can be in a classroom full of people, kids you don't know. Some of them can be fairly rowdy and fairly noisy, and the teachers just abandon me, and I'm left to kind of keep control, which isn't what I'm there for really. I'm there to for the kids to have fun and to learn a bit about writing stories. But fortunately, being 6'4" and fairly broad built, I can keep them under control fairly easily, most of them. But recently it happened. I won't name the school we were at, I was at. But recently I was in a school, and there was 2 teachers. There was 60, no, probably maybe about 45, 50 kids if I'm honest, in this kind of little hall in the school. And there were 2 teachers there, and they cleared off. They says, "Oh, we'll be back in 5 minutes," and they cleared off midway through the workshop. And I thought it would be really funny, as a joke, to say to the kids, "Right, let's hide," when they're out. But before I had even had a chance to finish the sentence, all the kids jumped to their feet and started searching for hiding places. And I tried really hard to get them to stop. I was shouting, "No, I was only joking, don't hide, don't hide." But they did, they all hid. And just as they were all hiding, they were under tables and they were behind kind of a this thing full of mats, I don't really know what it was called, and behind the kind of stage curtains and stuff. And while they were all hiding, the teachers came back and kind of looked at me really puzzled, as if I'd like eaten the children or something, and said, "Where is everyone?" And all I could really do was tell the truth and say, "We're all hiding." And bless them, the teachers obviously thought it was some part of the workshop or something, and they hid as well. They kind of came around by me and hid by the kind of freestanding blackboard thing and hid behind that. So there I was, standing in the middle of this hall, this apparently empty hall, knowing full well that there were around kind of 50 children and 2 teachers hiding in various locations around the room. And after about 2 or 3 minutes of us all just standing there in silence, one of the teachers leaned her head out and said, "What are we hiding from?" And all I could really say was, "You. We're hiding from you." At which point kind of they emerged and all the kids kind of came back out and we carried on with the workshop. But it was quite a weird moment. It's probably the strangest thing. The strangest things happened to me during a school visit, I would say. Yeah, probably by quite a large margin. But still, that's one of the things I really enjoy about being a writer, is getting out there and meeting the kids that I'm writing books for. So yeah, I'd say that's probably, if not my favourite thing, certainly in my top 3. The other question comes from Kat Clark on Twitter, and she asks, "What's my favourite kind of cheese?" And the answer to that one is Gorgonzola. So that's it for this week's video blog. Come back again soon when I will have some more nonsense to talk about, and I may even do a reading from Mr. Mumbles, the first book in the Invisible Fiend series, which is available to pre-order now from most online retailers, and you can probably go into a bookshop and ask for it as well, maybe. For more information, go to my website, that one, barryhutchison.com, and you'll find all the information on there. Okay, bye for now.
Invisible Fiends.